Welcome back to WKRG News 5 at 5. A lot of you have probably heard about Dr. Robert Shipp. That's a name that you or someone you know would be familiar with.
Absolutely. Meteorologist Lexi Birmingham set off to learn about his work and the impacts he's had on the Gulf Coast and the world of marine sciences.
Bob was just the nicest, most sincere person that you would ever meet.
Those are just a few words that could best describe Dr. Robert Shipp, who passed away earlier this year at the age of 81. The School of Marine and Environmental Sciences at the University of South Alabama is a part of his lasting legacy.
It's safe to say none of that would have happened if Bob hadn't taken the faculty position in 1974.
Before retiring, Dr. Shipp spent 40 years at South Alabama helping to build up the program, while also teaching summer courses at Dauphin Island Sea Lab for 20 years.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't walk into somebody that asks me how Dr. Bob is and tells me that they took a course from Bob and how much that course had an impact on their life.
Shipp earned the reputation as the expert on marine fisheries management. His research on the red snapper fishery and the role of artificial reefs helped shape policy for Alabama and across the U.S.
Bob was really the first to really go out there and show people how valuable it could be and how important both ecologically but also economically the fishery can be.
Shipp also made sure that the fishermen who earned their livelihood here had their voices heard.
And that just came so easy to Bob. It would just made obvious sense to him that if he's going to study fish and fisheries, he needs to understand what the fishermen are experiencing on the water.
Well, one of his biggest accomplishments was publishing this book, Dr. Bob Shipp's Guide to Fishes of the Gulf of Mexico, which has been used by fishermen over the last couple of decades and will continue to be used for years to come.
Bob wrote that book specifically for fishermen to learn how to identify the different species, what they can learn about the life of that fish, how it spends its time. He also added recipes of what to do with the fish when you caught it.
Whether you were a fisherman, student, or a total stranger, Dr. Bob had a presence that could draw anyone in.
And I've just never seen a professor have that kind of impact outside the classroom.
Dr. Robert Shipp, growing the Gulf Coast and leaving behind a legacy. Meteorologist Lexi Birmingham, WKRG News 5.